Listen, I gotta be honest. I feel like I like you. I like you a lot. I don't know
We
if...
definitely had some moments.
I don't know if...
Schnapps were shared.
Many a time. Let me tell you, I mean, I pull a card out. I'm sure I have a business card for the half pint.
Sure you do.
And I hand it to him, or I kind of have it in my hand, and I say, listen, I think I told you, I got a place in Seattle. Just kind of a local favorite bar for some people of all persuasions and types, and
the gays.
yeah, lots of queers. No, but if you ever wanted somewhere to land permanently, I'd love to offer you a job.
I appreciate this. I just, don't take this the wrong way, but bar food kind of seems like a step down for me.
Oh, and I totally understand. Here's the thing, though. Been thinking for a while about classing the joint up a bit. I mean, obviously, I give you full run to make your own menu.
Gastropub.
And we don't have a huge kitchen staff right now, but honestly, you make food, man. And I'd like to try to expand my business. Do you think? Listen, I don't want to put you on the spot right now. I know you got a gig. You got my card. You got my number. I'm serious. And if you and the other guy are a package deal, I could probably find it in the budget. But I like you too, especially you. And I think we could grow something good from this.
I think we could too. Let me talk on Oriel for a little bit. It might take him a little while to come around, but
All right. Don't make him think I didn't want him to. I just felt like I had more of an approach with you. Maybe he's got some more company loyalty than I don't know.
Sure.
Didn't want to make things uncomfortable in your employment.
I would say perhaps we have more loyalty to each other than necessarily the company. But my big concern is just like with this particular route, we can meet our dietary needs. I don't know if the same could necessarily be said for Seattle.
Glad you brought that up, my friend. Actually, a part B for why I'd love for you to come cook for me. I got a friend, tenant, adopted nephew kind of thing, and he has certain dietary restrictions. He eats much like you, but he is not, afflicted with HMVV.
We're talking about high rescue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's just like,
Oh, okay,
like,
that's
so he just chooses to partake of long pick.
It's more of a compulsion brought on by his general goopy nature. Listen, dude, I'm not a biologist. I don't know what to tell you, but I was thinking maybe you could help him out. I know he could help you.
He can murder a lot of people and get you some bodies.
I'm just saying, trust me, if you're ever gonna get a setup where you got somewhere solid, where you don't have to hide your it's with your man Tone.
Good to know. All right, yeah. Let me talk to Oriel. See if he'll.
Your man Tone.
If he wants
the
to.
resident cannibal collector.
If he wants to come around.
Tell him there's some good new yen in it for you. And, like I said, total and free control over the menu. All you guys.
He raises his hand and he begins stroking his chin. Yes. Yes. He has a power-crazed look in his eye.
I clap him. I was going to say on the shoulder. I'm shorter than him. I clap him on the elbow. And I say to him, I go...
You're shorter than him, but not by much.
Oh, is he short too?
He is a very short man.
Well, then I clap him on the shoulder and I say, give it some real thought. I truly want you to come work in my restaurant.
So now you have Kalani or Oibo and Kwaku.
Kalani, let's say I catch him on my way back. I'm not planning to have a long conversation with him.
Okay.
But I'm going to say to him, Kalani, my man, I loved our conversations. Hey, I hand him a card too. And I say, if you're ever in the Seattle area, come hit me up at my place. I'd love to talk to you, beers on the house.
Oh, definitely. Like, do you have, like, a lot of students come to your...
Yes, absolutely.
They study a different subject.
Students of the streets. Students of the streets, my friend.
Oh. Would it be okay for me to be there, I guess?
Any friend of Tony's is welcome at the half pint.
Just keep your head down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, if you tell me, like, I'm welcome, then I trust you, and I would like to continue our discussions on Dr. Leafington, and, I know we kind of started a conversation about deepweed that we never got to finish.
Oh, trust me, that's the place to finish it, my man. I'm telling you. My doorman, Klaus, big, tall, blonde guy. I'll make sure he knows who you are, and he won't give you any trouble.
All right.
My smile grows more, and I give him a nice handshake, and I say to him, I go, I really do, you're gonna go far, I can tell. I expect to see my name in the thanks of a book someday.
2 weeks later, he's dead in a half pint.
I know!
He said the wrong thing to somebody.
Here's the
FPS.
Here's the thing. If this guy knows botany, Tony's trying to hire him too. This is all that this is.
Say, like, Kalani's probably going to become your assistant in the back room. So...
Stocking this bar.
FPS and Turbo just kicked.
we'll see.
We'll
see.
It's very damn possible. Okay, so then Kawaku and Oyibu,
Yeah.
I will have lunch with as our final goodbye.
Okay.
I'll come up to him and I'll say, you guys, you two don't have a date for lunch, do ya? I'd love to say goodbye with a meal. Maybe.
Oh no, and they'll wave you over and like, of course, like come sit with us, like,
Yeah.
What a train ride.
I know, crazy, right? I'm glad we all made it through.
Yeah.
So they'll talk a little bit about their trip. Tony's gonna give them some final parting wise platitudes about marriage and family. With the first one's the hardest. Don't be, but it's all worth it. Trust me, it doesn't seem difficult until you look back on it and go, holy shit. But I'll tell them too. If you're ever in Seattle, and I do not pull out a card for the half pint. I pull out a piece of paper and I write my personal cell phone number down on it, and I give that to them. I say, call me. Honestly, anytime you're on the western seaboard, call me. I'd love to have dinner.
Kawaku like claps a hand on your back and he's just like, you don't know how much your words mean to us. Like, neither one of us are very close to our families, so it's actually meant a lot that you took the time out of your trip to sit with us and talk to us about marriage and parenting and what it's like raising a child. And, we've been talking it over and, if it's a boy, we're not necessarily against the name Jimmy.
Okay.
Are you gonna tell them your real name?
I need advice. From the room. What if I just tell him I was here to investigate the
Just say Jimmy is your middle name.
Tony, Jimmy, Marsh Capone?
Tony James, Anthony James. I say no. He laughs a little bit and he goes, boy, would I love that. Hey, by the way.
By the way, my name's not Tony.
There's no way you can do this.
You can't!
I have to! I love these people! They said they don't have parents! Tony's heart is torn asunder! He and Betty are gonna fly into the hospital. They're having the baby out with a basket! Like, come on! These people! They must know the true me! Help me! I'm asking for real! How do I tell them?
You don't!
Okay,
Because we're Shadowrunners!
What you're gonna do is
Literally mercenaries and terrorists!
Alright.
you're gonna leave it be right now.
Mm-hmm.
How pregnant is she? You got a few months.
Okay. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Alright. I'm gonna say to him, actual duck.
Tell them.
Tell them you hate your
By
name
the
and
way-
you want it to be Tony.
By the way,
My wife calls me Tony? Like, I want them to meet Betty!
You can't.
Betty, call me Jimmy, hon.
Here's what you're gonna do, alright? You're gonna take
No,
Tony.
no, what
you're
you
gonna
need to
put
do-
on a tiny little
what you
dwarf backpack and you're gonna pull the cord out of this conversation.
What you need to do is just go and just look at them and just go, Jimmy. My name's Tony.
Just start gaslighting?
Oh, baby brain is so funny. That got my wife so bad. Like, she would put her car keys in the freezer. No, my name's Tony. You know Tony.
Okay,
That works for one of them.
can I roll? I roll? Con!
I just want to blindside to walk up behind Tony, pick him up, and walk out of the room with him.
You want to con them.
No, Jack, I'm gonna be
into-
very honest with you right now. I want this to be a relationship that happens. I want them to love my family. I myself with the name, and I need help! Help me, GM! Help me!
Honestly, I thought you were... This just got hilarious. Honestly, I thought you were doing just fine with... By the way, I haven't been completely honest with you.
I thought that was fine too. They all said it was a terrible idea.
We all started laughing just because you were like, oh, thank you. All right, by the way, I just kind of launched you.
Okay. All right, let me get in this. I go, well, since you mentioned my name, and I kind of lean in to them and I say, I think I can. I know I can trust you too. I feel we've really forged a connection. So I have to be honest about
And
something.
they're listening with rapt interest.
So I have to be honest about something. I was on this train to investigate some suspicious activities, which ultimately, everything that has happened this week. So I need to tell you, my real name is not Jimmy Mascarpone. My real name is, oh my God, what's my
Mascarpone.
Tony.
Tony Fettuccine.
No, it's something.
Tony Alfredo.
No,
We already have a name.
Does Tony have a last name?
it's Mascarpone now.
It's not Mascarpone.
You don't want me to be Tony Mascarpone?
That's the
Tony-
worst fake ID ever. My
Tony
name's Jimmy.
Valentino.
Yeah. I say to him, I go, my real name is Tony Valentino. Just since I wanted to be honest with you guys because I do think we can have a great friendship, and I'd love for you to meet my wife. And it'd get real weird when she calls me Tony, and you think my name's Jimmy, and this lie just keeps rolling. I needed it to be done before we get off the train.
No. Oh,
I hope you two aren't too upset.
smiles, and she clasps a hand over her heart, and she looks at Kawaku, and Kawaku smiles at her, and he's just like, we would love to have your support when we go back to Washington. And they actually, draw you in for a group hug.
Oh my God! And as I'm hugging them, Betty's gonna be thrilled. I know this might seem like a surprise, but I don't make new friends often. He's clearly joking, but he's like, no, really, I'm a big talker, but I don't really make. I really feel like this will be the start of something special. Yes.
How many grandkids do you have?
June has, I would say probably 2 kids. June's the one whose name I remember.
She's the nurse, right?
She is the nurse.
Yeah. 'Cause you have 5 kids and 2 grandkids.
She's the only one.
Yes, no, the other ones do have names. They're just in my notebook that I don't have with me. June is the only one with children because I think June
You were trying to get to
was,
7.
yeah, I was trying to get to 7.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to get to 7 is the thing. And I'm just the set, like the family of 7. But, June I think is probably 5 years older than like the next one, and the next ones kind of go ba-da-da-da-da. I think June was like, we're married and we can have a baby, and then they had a baby and they're like, we cannot have any more babies right now until we have some more money or something.
So you guys get to disembark the train outside of La Paz.
And breathe awful air, I assume.
I guess. I mean, it's a very small, quaint town. Honestly, it's still on the coast, so really,
Yeah, probably not that bad.
I would have to ask, how's the Pacific doing in 2080?
Probably gross, like the rest of the oceans.
I have no idea.
I don't know. It might be like a little quarantined area where they might be like rapidly purifying the water to make it more of a vacation
Probably.
spot or something.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a nice town. It's not La Paz, but it's nice. And I mean, this destination is supposed to run to La Paz, but because of the civil unrest, they're like, you know what? Not the best tourist destination.
Right.
But La Paz is like an hour that way. So it's a hop, skip, and a jump. If for some reason you want to go, maybe get like a little bullet for like a souvenir or something.
Catch a bullet for a souvenir.
we recommend just this little area, like.
So did everyone get off the train here?
Yeah. This is pretty much.
I asked Miguel where we can get some good horchata.
Miguel's just like, oh no, I'll hook you up. Like, no, but on the way to La Paz, there's this little like, I don't know if it can even be called a hole in the wall, just because like it's you get there, you look around, and you see nothing on the horizon. Like, so it just exists. It's just there. It's crumbling. It's falling apart. But they have some of the best drinks. Like, I think they brew their own tequila. Like,
We're making a pit stop, gang.
For what?
Tequila.
supplies or tequila. Yes.
Didn't we drink enough on the train?
When in Aslan.
Those words don't go together. Drink enough. Those
Okay,
words.
but we're back on the job now.
We were on the job the whole time.
No, because we finished the job on the train. And now we're on the job now.
You need to learn to have fun while working.
Otherwise,
Where
the
is
job. Otherwise, the
And
job.
you
will
need
eat
to
you alive.
learn to work while having fun.
Well, we can either take like an all-terrain vehicle to get there, or we can go a little old school and get some ponies.
Yeah, ponies. Sorry.
I don't know how to ride a horse.
I think it might be cruelty to animals for me to ride a horse.
Yeah, so, some of you want to rent a car, you can. Others want to take a horse, that's fine too.
Tony wants the authentic tourist experience. He's going ponies.
What are you
Tony's
doing?
already atop a pony and asking someone to take a photograph of him.
Oh, Miguel's obliging.
Oh, thank you.
He's right up in. He's crouching down. He's squatting.
I borrow a hat from one of the ranchers.
Yeah, you
do
tilt the brim.
For the photo, and then I get my phone back and I text it to Betty.
Nobody can see the incredulous look on Solarflare's face right now.
But we can all feel it.
Miguel's leaning over. He's like, "Now, see, I like how the sun is coming through the brim of your hat on this one. Creates sunspots on the camera."
Oh yeah, I don't know much about art, but it looks good.
You don't get to say anything, Mr. Tequila.
I mean,
You
mine
know-
doesn't involve horses.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is the line. This is the line of unprofessionalism. A man can't ride atop a pony to the next destination.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry, partner. You're 100% right. I'll join you. I'll turn into a little bird and sit on his hat.
Some of us care about wildlife. There's not much more to it.
Yeah, it's just
You got a
my
big one?
apologies.
That's all right. All's forgiven. Climb aboard,
Horses only
buckaroo.
get so big.
You don't have a Clydesdale back there?
Not in this climate.
You don't have a horse that got hit by trollism?
I don't think that's a thing.
I was about to say, is that a thing though?
I don't
like
believe so.
straight up.
I mean, they have spider mooses, for God's sake.
Honestly, I would say like a war horse could probably carry them. It's just a matter of like, I don't think they have the type of economic stability that would warrant that type of animal in this area.
Maybe just one.
Maybe one that got lost and wandered into their little yard.
Yeah, it might be an old war
It traveled
horse.
through dimensions.
Like, if everyone's down
Does
to
it
ride
know-
horses, then I will make there just be an old war horse.
That'll-
Yes.
So, no.
He pets the horse gently and goes, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, he takes you all to the stables, and he's just like, these are pretty much exclusively set aside for La Revolution. So this is pretty much what you have to choose from. Unfortunately for you, Senor Blindside, I think the only appropriate horse would be this one, and it's a extremely large, very heavily muscled horse. It is an old war horse, and it has like a gray matted coat. It's just a very old animal, but it still seems extremely sturdy.
Miguel?
Yeah.
How many revolutions do you got around here that it warrants an, revolution horse-based economy?
Well, vehicles can be hard to come by, and to move quietly between areas, we typically prefer horses.
So a lot, because this sounds like standard.
We've had a period of civil unrest. We thought we had everything settled last November. Unfortunately, that was not the case, as just as we were establishing power, there was a following coup. Yeah. But luckily, our friends in the north have sent reinforcements, so then we can try to put our faction back into power. And then Tony, I don't know, how experienced is Tony with horses?
Absolutely zero.
Okay. 'Cause I was about to say,
Tony's never seen a horse in his life, which is why he was so excited. That's not true. I'm sure he's seen a horse. But I mean, he's never ridden a horse.
And Miguel offers, and he says, like, if this doesn't make you too uncomfortable, I know we had that little hiccup early in our relationship where, I thought you were hitting on me. I could ride behind you on the horse and kind of control the reins, and you can just enjoy the experience. Tony
goes, I'm not too proud. Look at me. And he kind of kicks his legs, which are not at all wrapped around this horse. But he goes, please, by all means.
Okay, so yeah, Miguel hops up with Tony, and he's very experienced with horses. So
I take a quick selfie with Miguel.
and Magpie's a bird.
Mm-hmm.
And then
and Magpie. I've got, and then those two are in the background. It's just my own personal photo.
So you all set off into, I'd probably describe it as very similar to a desert. It's not super hot or uncomfortable, however there is a lot of sand. And I would probably say after 20 minutes, maybe 25, this little shack appears on the horizon. You see something kind of peculiar. There are a couple other horses there. Like, there's no vehicles there. But among the horses, there's this machine. It's in the shape of a horse. It looks like a horse. It is quite clearly a machine. and not an actual
Does it have a
horse.
penny slot?
Perception?
I flap and chirp at Tony.
1!
It does not seem to have a penny slot.
Damn. I imagine
Dang.
I look at Miguel and I say, can I have it? I know we're on the same horse, but I kind of like, give me a hand. And I kind of have him lower me off the horse. I think I'd hurt myself if I tried to jump off this horse.
He helps you down.
I'm 61. I think I said I was 61. So I'll walk over to the horse and go, "Oh, girl."
And it would kind of like nuzzle your hand, like nose bump your palm.
And I'm like, "What do you guys think this is?"
It's a robot horse.
Well, thank you, Mr. Obvious.
I'll become a dude again and be like, so is this the Tequila Shack?
It is. In fact, that's what we call it on the sly. It's the Tequila Shack.
Now we ride. We'll just go inside.
So you all head inside, and it's very dusty. There's a sort of miasma when you walk in. It's like
Great.
stale cigarette cigar. There is someone behind the bar. Whether or not he's a bartender, it's not necessarily clear. Like, that just seems to be where he's sitting with his own drink. However, there are the back wall is filled with bottles. Some full, some not. There was once a mirror up behind the bartender. Some panels are cracked, others are missing altogether. And can I get a perception?
Yeah. I didn't increase that because I'm really dumb.
0. Absolutely 0.
You're so enamored with the atmosphere.
I am.
I also
thinking to yourself,
did
how can I
increase that
replicate
because
this?
I am
Right.
really dumb.
You see that there are 3 other people in the bar besides the one individual who's opposite the bar, presumably the bartender. 2 of them have a complexion that makes you think that they might be locals. One of them is significantly paler, and his garb, though it's similar to theirs in that he has a poncho, he has a sombrero, it is significantly newer. Magpie and Solar Flare, you both got 1s. However, you've seen this individual before, so you would recognize them, and you see that it's Ellie. However, Ellie is not robotic. Ellie is fleshed out in that his jaw is fleshy and his hands are fleshy, and he is wearing clothes.
I don't like that.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at the back wall of all the tequilas, and I'm like, mother, I don't even have that bottle in my bar. What the
They make that bottle here.
John? What are you doing in here?
Well, I was expecting you guys to arrive about a day ago. I figured I'd provide backup and some extra information.
You're also, looking significantly better?
I've had some work done. Thank you for noticing.
Alright. I guess it's a real party.
He shakes his hand.
Yeah. And he extends his hand and then he shakes with you and he invites you to have a seat.
Barkeep.
I mean, after you get a drink, of course.
We'll have, 4 shots of tequila and 1 small glass from a big gentleman over here. Bring the small tray to the table. I'll take yours then. Yeah?
That's alright, I'm here on business.
Jesus Christ, that's 3 for me. Yeah.
Eh.
There we go.
I got 2, you got 2. Cheers. Cheers, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you fist a bunch of tequila shots into yourself. Good job.
Apparently. We did it.
So really, in case you had any questions or needed a refresher at all about what you were doing here.
Yeah, I'd appreciate a full refresher. It was a very long train trip, and more accurately, it's been a very long time since out of character we discussed what's happening.
Something scientists, yeah?
Scientists, that's literally, there are 3 scientists and we have to get them back to Washington.
Miguel, helping.
Is that it?
That's, yep, 3 scientists who I suppose he knows, and he gestures to Miguel, who's just kind of like, oh yeah, hi.
It's okay.
Yeah. So, congrats, you found the courier, and he kind of like nudges a chair out, and Miguel kind of has to squeeze in.
Oh, I'll scooch over
At the
for him.
table?
And I go, oh, how rude. Tequila?
I was supposed to say, it was at this moment I realized I did not get a shot for him.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. Maybe the next round.
The next round is happening right now.
Yeah, it's right now.
I.
Come on, freedom fighter.
You see him cave to peer pressure.
There we go.
yes.
Don't do it, kid. If you don't want to do it.
Yeah, don't do anything you don't want to. That much is
Do
true.
it.
John reminds you that your target is a Daniel Jonathan Fisk, and that yes, before you take care of him, he wants you to recapture or capture 3 scientists.
We're taking out a guy named Jonathan Fisk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we need him alive or dead?
Dead would just save us a lot of intermediate steps.
I can do dead.
No, that was really much. That was it.
Okay.
Ah.
So,
What's our time crunch?
Where is he? Like, where is he located in La Paz?
at
Yeah,
the
Miguel.
governor's villa.
Okay, and the scientists are also there?
Yes, they're working on some kind of project for him. I don't know what it is. I know that it's not completed yet, but when it is completed, it's not going to be great.
And we need them alive.
Yes.
Tony reflexively rubs his arm.
Is there a reason we need him dead alive as opposed to dead?
Because they can do smart, sciencey stuff that a lot of us can't.
Oh,
And
okay.
it sounds like an acquisition.
It's fair enough.
You got any intel on the best way to get into this governor's villa?
I imagine that his group would probably know most of the ins and outs. Really, I was just here to make sure things ran smoothly.
Well, alright, let's get cracking.
That's not the name of this mission.
Let's get sombreros.
Having been refreshed on the mission, and having had at least a couple tequila shots,
Oh, yeah.
No.
or not, you all head back out. You can hear the classic spaghetti western music, like,
Wait.
in your heads.
I have a question. I'll ask Ellie. Whose metal horse was that out there?
Oh, it's mine.
Oh my god. Please tell me its name right now.
Why? I call it Vlad.
Love it. That's a dope horse.
Thank you.
Vlad?
Yeah.
Like a vampire?
I don't know. It looked like a Vlad to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not like a vamp?
I wasn't really thinking about the etymology of the name. It just looked like Vlad.
I see you, Jack. If that's... yeah.
Alright, well then I get back on my horse, who I am naming.
Yeah, that was the name of the horse.
Buttercup?
I was gonna say Buttercup. I really was. I really swear to God I was about to say Buttercup. Because it's just such a classic horse name.
I'm gonna name my horse. Horse.
I'm gonna name my horse Tony.
I mean, you can call the horses whatever you want. They have their own names, but that's fine. If it makes you guys happy to talk to your horse, I'm
right
sure they
down,
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I tell the horse I'm sorry again before mounting the horse again.
You guys ride off towards La Paz. And pretty much once you start getting closer to La Paz, you can actually hear the whistling as bombs are being dropped. They're not frequent. It may be a couple every hour. There is an explosion here and there, but it is very much an active war zone.
Oh, you said war zone. I didn't think actually bombs. I thought you just meant like kind of like a violent,
Like rough crowd.
like a violent suburb.
No, and you can also hear like gunfire,
Yeah.
both automatic and not. And there is something like a fence. It's not in the best condition, but there is like a chain link fence, basically saying like, this is the border. Stuff is going on here. Don't.
So, getting the feeling is that there's no police here. This is gonna be a good time, my friends.
You guys
We're
have
on a
to
timeline.
leave your horses at the fence.
Right.
But they're fine. They know this area. And chances are someone from the resistance is going to come get them and curry them back to the other location so they can get fed, watered, and all that.
Seems fair.
And you sneak in under the chain link fence. And Miguel leads the way to a particular street with a series of ruined buildings on both sides. And when you enter, you see the burnt, scratched up poster of what looked like luchador wrestling.
Oh no.
Inside, it's completely empty except for a door to a back room where there are 5 other people who all immediately stand up once you enter, and Miguel immediately says, "I'm sorry, I forgot the knock."
You forgot the knock?
He always forgets the knock. Someone else interjects.
Well, we're lucky we didn't
Don't
get
forget
shot.
the knock.
You'd think shaving a haircut would be easier to remember, but
To be fair, if it were someone raiding the place, there would have been a knock. It would have been something breaking the door open.
So you guys must be the resistance.
Yeah, nice to meet you. We're the guys here to save the day.
Oh yeah, go ahead and
Oh.
just take all that right off from under them, Gene. They'll love us for that.
yeah, no, that's not too presumptuous. Great.
What this fella here means?
Gringo.
Yeah, what this gringo here means is we're here to help. Kind of. We also have a job to do, but you know,
Okay,
if
great.
we call it the tax for being in your fair city. We, might be able to help you out with something.